What's up, guys? I'm GamerMD83, and I'm gonna show you for the first time, well, at least on here on YouTube, my characters in Star Wars: The Old Republic. As you can see, I still don't have a level 60 character. I do get a free level 60 character right here because I am a subscriber. Also, if you guys want more information on the actual expansion, you could listen to the podcast that I am on with Lady Insanity. It's called Empire Plus, and we have a lot of fun doing it. We've done 2 episodes already, and we talk about what we knew about the Knights of the Fallen Empire and what we thought and stuff like that. She's been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic for a long time now. She has a bunch of characters. I think she has 3 level 60 characters. So she knows a lot about the game. I just started the game back in at the end of July of this year. So I am a newcomer, but I think it's that podcast is interesting because you get the experience or the opinions of someone that's been playing for a long time and a newbie like me. So if you want to know more about that, you could check that out. It's on Lady Insanity's channel and mine. The second episode is not on my channel. There was some audio issues. It was all on my end, and I felt horrible about it. It had to do with my microphone, and I'm really, really OCD about my audio. So my microphone was picking up my voice kind of like a chipmunk. I don't know why. And for some reason, I would repeat words. I don't know what was going on with the microphone. It's a new microphone and everything. I have no clue. But yeah, there was some technical difficulties on my end. So you will be able to see that on Ash's channel or Lady Insanity. She was awesome enough, and she probably didn't get any sleep trying to edit this thing. She was awesome enough to try to do what she could with the audio. She edited some of the stutters out, but the pitch of my voice is still kind of chipmunky. So in case a lot of people were like, "What's wrong with MD's voice?" Ugh. Before I go into my characters, this part over here, this is the legendary status. You now get legendary status if you beat the game with all of these classes, all the classes available. There are 4 classes on the Rebel side and 4 classes on the Republic. Depending on what side you're on, it's, like Jedi Knight and Sith Warrior, Jedi Consular and Inquisitor, Smuggler, Bounty Hunter, Trooper, Imperial Agent. So they kind of mirror each other. So they're very similar, but they do have their own uniqueness to them, their own storylines, unique companions and romances and everything. And it's awesome. I love how this game does it. It is an MMO. It is online. But as you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of MMOs. I don't play them anymore. I used to play Final Fantasy 11, but that was it, and I stopped. I don't have the time to invest in an MMO where you need to group with people and party, and you each have a role and all that. I can't do that anymore. So that's why I never played this game. I know it had a lot of issues at launch, so I guess it's okay. It's pretty cool that I started now, because now with all the patches that they've done and the whole revamping of this game with the new expansion, it works perfectly. I think early this year, late last year, they were already starting to implement a lot of patches, fixing stuff. They've been adding a lot of stuff. They've been changing a lot of stuff, but I think it's all for the better. You do not have to group with people. I think that's one thing that I really, really want to make clear. You do not have to group with people. This is an MMO. You will get missions that recommend you have a group with you, because if you're not this super awesome character that is super prepared for everything, you're probably going to die in these areas. But they state it out for you very clearly. They say this is a heroic area, this is a group plus area, whatever. So when you get into these areas, you're like, whoa, I should probably leave because the enemies are probably going to be a lot stronger here. So I'm probably going to die. And this part right here is going to be more geared to newcomers, because I think it's really, I wish someone had really sat down and explained this game to me in the very beginning, because everyone would just tell me, oh yeah, it's an MMO. It's an MMO. And I was like, that's not for me. But I was missing out so much. And now I see just how much I was missing out. Now, I'm not going to go into the expansion, obviously, because I'm still level 33 and I really don't want to start my level 60 yet. I want to go through the expansion for the first time with this main character. So I'm saving my level 60 for later. But this is my main character. His name is Jethro Teague, Captain Jethro Teague. He's a smuggler. He's on the Republic. But I absolutely love this character. The smuggler is so much fun. And I could say that about the Imperial Agent as well. The Imperial Agent is extremely fun. The Bounty Hunter is very fun. But the smuggler, there's just something about the smuggler that I love so much, because he's got some snarky remarks.
That sounds like slavery. Or worse, marriage. No thanks.
He's absolutely hilarious with the things that he says. He flirts with everything that moves.
You should hide in my bunk, where it's safe.
And this is all up to you. You don't have to play like this. But I love that they give you that option, that he is different. So even though you're playing through the same game, in this BioWare game, usually BioWare games, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that much. Your class or your gender, or your race or stuff like that. In recent BioWare games, yeah, kind of, but not so much as in Star Wars: The Old Republic, because in Star Wars: The Old Republic, every class is very different. Your story is different depending on class. Even in areas where you're running around on the map, you will see locations that are closed off to you because that is particular to a different class. I've enjoyed this game 100% so far, and that's coming from somebody that doesn't really like MMOs. Yeah, you get to go to different planets, and it's just, it's so cool. Milo Gideon, this is my bounty hunter, and I also love it. I think this is my second favorite. I'm having a lot of fun with him. He is a scumbag. He's just bad. It's kind of hard for me to do bad choices or evil choices, but I'm going pretty evil with this bounty hunter. Not so much, I mean, the things he does is bad, but he sees it as a job. So I'm making his personality very bounty hunterish, very freelancer. He's like, someone tells him to do something and he's going to do it. One of the decisions I had to do already was kill this little kid's father, like right in front of him. I was like, oh my God. You have the option of, no matter what side you are on, whether you're on the Republic or on the Empire, you could be good or bad. So if you're on the Empire, you're still on the Empire. It's not like you're going to turn good, but you still have an option as to how good or how bad you could be. My Imperial Agent, and I really, really love this class as well. I really want to play through this class. This is a big favorite with people that play the Old Republic. Imperial Agent by far. I love the class specifically. The story is really cool also. It's very spyish. And the class it's a sniper. So you are pretty much a sniper, and I love snipers. So when it comes to class, I think, and combat and all that, I think this is probably my favorite style. So yeah, this is Raelynne. She's freaking awesome. She's voiced by Female Hawk, and I think she does a great job as the Imperial Agent. I prefer her voice on the Imperial Agent than I do Female Hawk. The voice acting, that's one thing that I didn't talk about. The voice acting is so good in this game. My smuggler's voice is, oh my God, it's perfect. It was so weird that I created him looking like this. I had given him a different hairstyle in the beginning, but he pretty much looked like this in the very beginning. And when he talked, I was like, oh my God, his voice fits him perfectly. It just fits him. And his personality, it just fits his look. I just love it. This guy also, his voice is epic.
This particular scum's gonna enjoy killing you.
It's so deep and just, it's so good. I love his voice, and it fit him perfectly. Her voice also very, very good voice acting. This is this is my gothic Jedi Knight. This is my second Jedi Knight. My first one is on the other page, but this is Milo Wren. I like to make my characters, as you can see, pretty out of the ordinary, kind of unique in the way that they look. I like to give them their own flair. I like to make them look and feel real. I want to feel like they were already an existing character, and not like I had to go through a customization to make them. I took very long to make all these characters because I wanted them to look natural and just have their own flair to them. So Milo is a Jedi Knight, and he is on the more of like on the bad side of the Jedi Knight. He's kind of a jerk. And I think that playing a jerk Jedi Knight is a little more fun than playing a good Jedi Knight, because the good Jedi Knight, it's cool, it's not bad, but sometimes you get some things that are just like, ugh. Some dialogue, it's so sappy, it's so cheesy. It's like, oh my god, are you gonna start hugging everyone? Like, you know, my other Jedi Knight, my first, I'll show you guys my first Jedi Knight, and she's all good. And one of the things that she says once, and she was taking one of the missions, and she's like, I'm honored. I'd be honored to help you. And I'm like, oh my god, just say yes or no, jeez. The jerk Jedi Knight is a little more fun for me, and he's voiced by the awesome David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake and Big Boss. So it's really, really cool to hear him as a Jedi Knight in this game. I think he does a really good job. Tigra Thundercat. This is my trooper. This is my second trooper. She's on the Republic. I really like Trooper. They're like the heavy guns. They have these huge, they look like missile launchers almost. So I really want to play through a Trooper throughout the whole game, because I really find the combat interesting, their role. You know, they've got the heavy armor and all that, and it's super cool. I really like one of the companions that the trooper gets, which is this race. I can't remember the race. I've seen a lot of things that his romance is very much like Garrus from Mass Effect. So I was like, I need to do this. Like, I just need to. So I wanted to make her the same race. I have made a human, but I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. So I really like her instead. I wanted to try another race anyways, because I have all these humans over here. Garrick Lauren. This is my first Imperial Agent that I created before Rey. So I really love how he looks. I'm almost thinking I kind of like the male Imperial Agent more than the female. I just love the way he looks, and his voice is very, oh my god, I don't know how to explain his voice. It's very spyish. And he could be very cynical the way that he talks, very snarky as well, but not like the smuggler, because the smuggler just has this aura of comedy in the things that he says, and like sarcasm. So Garrick, or the Imperial Agent, is it's got that snarkiness, but in a more cynical and like serious way. Oh, and epicness. She is voiced by Jennifer Hale. Hello, awesomeness. What? Kyra Skyrunner. This was my first, well, not my first character, but my first official character where I'm like, this is the one that I'm gonna stick with. You know, see the legacy. She was the one I started the legacy with. She's the goody. I felt like I couldn't change her personality, you know, like I felt like I wasn't going to be true to the character, so I preferred to make another character, which was Milo, the gothic Jedi Knight, the broody Jedi Knight. Benjin Davos. This was one of my first characters that I made. Not the first one, the second one actually. He's the male trooper, and I was like, I need to make a male trooper. I thought this was going to be my main playthrough. This male trooper, but when I was testing all the other classes, I kind of fell in love with the other ones, and I was like, I'm gonna save this one for later. For those of you that know the reference in his name, because his name means something. It references two people. Let me know in the comments down below. Those of you that know, get cookies, digital cookies. The male trooper is voiced by Brian Bloom, the voice of Varric. And you guys know how much I love Brian Bloom. So I was like, this needs to happen. Bantegan. Those of you that know the reference of this name, let me know in the comments down below and you get more cookies, digital cookies. He was my first character. This was my very, very first character. I wanted to make this race, which is the Mira Luca. I found them absolutely fascinating, and I do want to play through a character that is a Mira Luca. They're blind, and they pretty much go through their senses within the Force. So that's how they quote unquote see. But the Jedi Consular is it's not bad. It's not a bad story, but with what I've encountered, it's really hard to get through them because they are even more of a goody two shoes than the Jedi Knight. So I was like, oh my god, I have to try to make a Jedi Consular that is more of a jerk to see how that feels, because the goody is just, oh my god, it gets on my nerves sometimes, and it sounds horrible. It's like, oh, they're a good person, but it's more of like, they're way too good. Like, kind of like the whole situation with Varric and Sebastian in Dragon Age 2, where Varric is like, you got something hidden in your closet, like, did you sleep with your sister? Do you like boys? Do you like sheep? So those are my characters in Star Wars The Old Republic. The only characters I haven't created, an Inquisitor and a warrior, a Sith warrior. But if you're wondering about the game, I'd say get it. Free to play. You just get it once, try it out, and if you don't like it, then that's it. You don't have to do anything. But if you do like it, subscribing to this game, it gives you a lot of perks, a lot of rewards, really cool rewards. One of my awesome rewards was this jacket, which is Nico Okar's jacket, and I got it for free. I got some of his pistols, although I'm not using the pistols that I got for Nico, because I had better pistols. But this is Nico Okar's jacket, although it comes in like a beige color, this right here. So I tinted it. That's another really, really cool thing about this game, is you can make your character look pretty much however you want, because you could dye clothes, you could change the colors. You have to buy dyes and stuff like that, and they're kind of randomized, so you can't choose what colors you want. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to show you guys a little more detail in the next video, where I go into actually showing you the interface and all that of the game, and showing you some of the awesome changes for the Knights of the Fallen Empire. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.